Welcome traders, a very short sweet video tonight, and so we've got a very thin week ahead of us on the data front. We've just got UK GDP on Thursday, US GDP on Friday, and a splattering of data through the rest of the week with nothing else significant. So what are we looking at this week? What can we expect this week? I think it's all down to the reaction to the Trump inauguration and what the markets think of that. Now, this is the Nasdaq on monthly, weekly, and daily from left to right. And you can see we were fairly flat on the weekly front, but we finished just marginally higher on the daily front, and the monthly is bursting out and making new highs in this recent leg. And if you look at the Nikkei, similar story. We're hitting some resistance on the 20-day moving average on the daily, but it's higher. Look at the DAX. We held up on Friday, very flat week, but we held up, and this monthly chart is breaking up, looking as if it wants to come and test 12,000. So we might see some initial weakness in the early part of the week as we just backtrack a little bit into the support, but I would use that as an opportunity to buy. So I will give you the details during Monday. I'll issue some pivot levels, pivot entry levels. In the meantime, I will just give you this short analysis of the week ahead. So let's look quickly at the pound US. This is a very significant chart on the weekly. We've engulfed the previous weeks, so we're a little channel down. We closed above this trend line, engulfed last week's actions. This is bullish. So I would look for 112.80 area, so 100 pip drop to see if we can come and test 125. That goes the same for the pound yen. I hope we see some early weakness. I would love to see 140 on that, nice clean number, and then get going to see if we can come back and start to reclaim some of this Brexit drop. So 160 is the Brexit weekly high, and we are 1900 pips away from that, roughly, give or take a few pips. Okay, so let's have a look at the US dollar yen as well. So early weakness 113. Personally, I'm just going to concentrate on the pound yen and the euro yen. I would be interested to see a pullback into 121.50. So again, 100 pip drop on this one to see if we can find some support into this big buyers bar and then start approaching 125. Let's just move on to some of the interesting charts here. I'm liking oil and gold a bit more now. I think this is a bull flag. So we've got a bull flag. Let's use this pen. So we've got a mast here, and this is the flag. So if we can get a dip in closer to 51, I'd be a buyer to see if we can come up to 55. Let's pull back into the other charts. We're flat on the weekly, so that's why I'm looking for some lower prices, but I think longer term into this coming week we might see some higher prices. Gold, I would love to see gold just to dip back under 1200. We've had 4 higher closes. I think inflation, even in the US, has been quite subdued, but I think we are getting close to the point where this could become a really good long-term buy. Ideally, then 1180 will be a great, only 25 bucks under here. So I'm going to be patient, and it's a little bit of a topping bar here. I'm going to be patient to see if we can come back to this 1180 level to see if we can then start attacking the daily 200. Okay, so stay tuned. Traders Roundtable, 7 PM Monday, 2 PM Eastern Time, is going to be comprehensive. We'll go right through all the weekly pivots on the Forex and the current commodities, and then we will do a catch up on last week's stock ideas and chuck a couple of other hot ones in the pool. All right, thank you for listening. And obviously, there's no room tomorrow. It's just Traders Roundtable at 7, and then we'll do a full review and give out some pivot levels at that stage. All right, thanks for joining me, and bye for then. If you're not a member, then you should be. So find out for some details. Drop me a line. Drop my administrator a line, and they will give you some information back. All right, thanks for joining me, and bye for now.